Both of these pictures were taken the same day, proving that even if you have skin texture, your makeup can still look flawless. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. If you struggle with skin texture like I do, and if you have bumps peeking through your makeup all the time, living rent-free on your face, I'm gonna show you exactly how I got my makeup to go from this to this in the same day, just by fixing a few things I was doing wrong in my makeup routine. And honestly, these fixes are super easy and will make your makeup look 10 times better. This technique is really going to help minimize how your pores look and also kind of make your texture look less noticeable. And I never use any filters in my videos, but your makeup will look like one after you follow this routine. Just a disclaimer, I know we all have skin texture. I know we're all human. But if I have the secret to making your makeup sit better on your skin, why would you not want to try it? I've personally always had texture and acne prone skin, so I really had to learn how to do my makeup the right way and layer my products correctly, because your makeup is expensive, okay? It is there to work for you, not the other way around. And you guys know how much I love being your beauty survival guide, so make sure you subscribe if you love tips like this, and also make sure to watch till the end because every single step of this video is really crucial. Enough yapping though, let's get into it. Now, the first step to making sure that your makeup looks flawless at all times actually starts with you not even doing any makeup. It is how you do your skincare and your skin prep routine. And I'm sure you guys have heard about this a lot by now. And don't worry, I'm not going to regurgitate a lot of the same stuff you've heard, but one thing that you've probably not heard yet is that you don't need to do a ton of skin prep. I've seen so many skin prep routines on TikTok and Instagram that are like 10 or 15 products long, and that is just so unnecessary. So I'm here to save your life, and I'm here to tell you that you don't actually need to do that. You need to be doing your skin prep based on your skin type. If you have very dry skin, I would say use a hydrating toner or serum, a hydrating moisturizer, and SPF. And if you have oily combo skin, all you really need is a super lightweight moisturizer and an SPF. I actually have dry skin, and I'm not going to be using any hydrating toners or serums today. I'm just going to be applying a lightweight moisturizer, because sometimes what happens is we focus too much on glowy products and super hydrating skincare, and glow is actually what emphasizes your skin texture even more. So if you do struggle with skin texture, I highly recommend you don't use too much glowy skincare underneath your makeup. This looks glowy, but it's melting right into my skin. The moisturizer I'm using is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Cream. This is one of the best moisturizers ever. It's also at the drugstore, so win-win. And any makeup I've put on top of this looks stunning. And then after we moisturize, we always want to make sure to go in with sunscreen. This is a non-negotiable. I'm using the one from Innisfree. This is the Daily Defense Sunscreen. By the way, everything I talk about, I'm going to be linking in my description as always. But I love this sunscreen so much because it's not greasy. It sort of just melts into your skin. And again, makeup sits so nicely on top of this sunscreen too. Now, like I said earlier, we don't want too much glow on the skin because glow is going to emphasize your texture. So one thing I love to do to minimize the look of pores and texture is to use a blurring primer like this one. This is the one from One Size. This is the Secure the Blur Primer. And I essentially just put it everywhere I kind of see skin texture, but basically all over my face. See how that immediately mattified the skin? I normally would always use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, but that primer also has a glowy finish, which is what I'm trying to prevent. And this one has been my favorite primer. And now our skin is completely prepped and primed. So the first step before you even put any foundation or anything on is you want to spot conceal. So you want to spot conceal any areas of redness, any areas of skin texture. So for me, my biggest problem area is right here on my cheeks. It's a little harder for the camera to pick it up, but trust me, I can see it. And by the way, I'm using the Merit Complexion Stick. This is kind of like a concealer slash foundation stick, but I love it because it's a matte concealer formula, and it is so easy to just go on top of wherever you need to spot conceal with this. This is how it looks. Then what I'm going to do is kind of take a brush. You can also use your hands for this, but I like to take a brush and kind of blend in place. Don't try to blend out too much. Just blending in place so that concealer kind of like melts into the skin and looks a bit more natural. Now we have to lock that concealer in so it doesn't move when we blend in our foundation. And you guys might think I'm crazy for this, but this step is what works wonders, okay? It is key to making your makeup look super flawless and blurred. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take a pressed setting powder like this one. This is the one from One Size. This is the Boucle Silk Airbrush Powder in the shade Light. Honestly, just use whatever setting powder you have, but take a little powder puff and then you're gonna spot set. So essentially all you're gonna do is set the places where you applied your concealer. This is gonna set that concealer in place. And also setting powder is so important because it really does help to minimize texture. Now, when it comes to your foundation choice, it is very, very important because certain foundations are gonna be really glowy. And yeah, glowy foundations are genuinely so beautiful. I love a good glow, but when it comes to having skin texture, you cannot have too much glow on your face. We've already been through that. So what you want to do is look for a blurring foundation or something with a matte finish or a satin matte. The one I've been loving lately is the Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation, because this somehow has like the most beautiful lightweight glow, but it's also matte at the same time. So that's why I feel like this foundation is so good for dry, oily combo. Any skin type will love this. And this is in the shade 220. Before I even blend out the foundation, what I like to do is spray some setting spray into it. This is just gonna really increase how long our makeup lasts on the skin. You can use any setting spray you have. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury one. I like to just apply it to my face in layers like this. One thing that has just completely changed and transformed how my makeup looks and sits on my skin is using brushes. I talk about this so often because I truly have a beef with makeup sponges. I used to love makeup sponges. It was all I used. And then once I kind of started to learn how to use makeup brushes, my makeup completely just transformed. I was getting so many more compliments, and people would genuinely stop me in real life to tell me my makeup looked good. So yeah, if you want more compliments on your makeup, you got to start using brushes. This is the Sigma Soft Coverage F48 brush. Always stippling, never dragging. Also, you guys, I have so many tips on how to make your foundation, concealer, everything look flawless. And I was thinking of possibly doing an in-depth makeup essentials series where I go through every single step of skin prep, foundation, concealer, setting powder, setting spray, kind of walk you through what exactly you need to do. Because trust me, there's so much more to know than just what's in this video. Like this video if that's something you want to see, and comment below if you do, because that's something that's going to be so good for people who are beginners at makeup, or if you already put on makeup but you just want to know more about how to get it to look better. This series is going to be so good for you. Now moving on to concealer, I have a whole concealer routine that I do, but today I'm just going to show you guys for the purposes of this, because concealer underneath the eyes isn't as important when it comes to texture. You really can do whatever you want. I'm using the Haus Labs concealer. This is one of the best concealers out there right now. This is in the shade 23 Light Medium Golden. The way this blends out so beautifully, but it gives you the most incredible coverage, and it's just gonna look like this all day. But yeah, I do have a lot more that I do when it comes to my concealer routine to get it to never crease throughout the day, always look flawless and smooth. So let me know if you guys want that series again. Now we need to add some color and life back into the face. So we're moving on to our blush and bronzer routine. But before we go into this, if you have a cream blush or a cream bronzer, you can totally feel free to use that. Just make sure to set it with a powder blush or a powder bronzer. This is what kind of locks in that color and makes sure that your blush and bronzer stay put on your face throughout the day. Cream blush tends to be a little bit more glowy. So glow again is going to emphasize those little bumps. And that is why you always want to make sure to set with a powder blush or a powder bronzer. But if you don't want to use cream blush or cream bronzer, you don't have to use them. You can just go directly in with powder too. I'm kind of in the mood to use a cream blush today, so I'm going to be using this Charlotte Tilbury blush in the shade Peachy Glow, and just going to apply it directly to my upper cheekbone area, going towards the temples, because we love a good blush sculpt. And by the way, this has been like my most used blush for the past couple months. It's definitely one of my all-time favorites. This is the Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick from Charlotte Tilbury. Are you kidding me? So stunning. But yeah, there is a little bit of a glow that we need to tone down. I'm gonna keep going with the cream layer of my makeup, and I'm gonna use this cream bronzer by Milani in the shade Spilling Tea. You guys, I try so much makeup every single day, and the fact that I hit pan on this has to tell you that this is one of the best bronzers ever. And the fact that it's from Milani, it's a drugstore brand, is just so incredible and stunning on the skin. I like to use it just to like warm up the sides of the face. I'm using the BK Beauty 109 brush to blend out this bronzer. I love this brush too, just because the shape and the angle is so perfect to kind of fit inside of your cheekbones like this. Now to sort of set the blush and bronzer in place, we're going to be using our powder blush and powder bronzer. This is the NARS Hot Escape Cheek Palette 3. I love this palette so much. It has everything you could need. I'm going to use the bronzer from this palette and just sort of dust it on top of where I applied the cream bronzer. And then the powder blush I'm going to use to go on top of our cream blush is this Kosas blush in the shade Euphoria. You guys, I've used this non-stop over the past 6 months and I've barely made a dent in it. So this blush is genuinely worth the money. You will never get rid of it. I'm just going to gently dust it over where we applied the blush. And one of the last steps I have found that is really crucial to getting your makeup to look flawless and getting the texture on the face to be a little bit less noticeable is how you do your setting powder routine and which setting powders you use. There are certain setting setting powders that will emphasize your texture and make your skin look even worse, but these two have been my holy grails lately. We have the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Pound Cake, and then the Kosas Pink setting powder. This is the Translucent Candy Rose Ultra Transparent shade. That's a mouthful. But both of these are absolutely incredible setting powders, not just if you have skin texture, but in general, they just make my makeup last forever and look beautiful on the skin. Today, I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Pound Cake. And I know she's came out with so many shades, but I still feel like Pound Cake is my perfect shade. And I essentially just put my setting powder right here underneath the eyes, and we are gonna bake with this, which means we're gonna leave it on for a couple minutes because this just makes the coverage look so much better. And then I also apply my setting powder on the forehead area. Setting powder is one of those things that really just kind of hides bumpy skin. So if you have bumps on your forehead too, this is essential. I then like to put it around the mouth area, and then I also use it to sort of carve out that bronzer contour area. This step really just snatches up your makeup, and then we just have to make sure there are no harsh lines when we do this. And then with whatever is left on your powder puff, kind of go over where we applied the blush and bronzer. This is really gonna lock it in place. Like, it's truly going to seal it in place. We're not using too much powder, so we're not really getting rid of that color. It's just kind of lightly dusting on top. Okay, while I waited for the bake, I just quickly did an eye look. I actually did this exact eye look at a wedding this past weekend, and I really liked it. Wipe away the bake, and I like to call this unveiling the masterpiece because this is kind of like when everything comes together. Now, really quickly, I'm just gonna do one of my favorite lip combos ever. Going on top first with this lip liner from MAC in the shade Cork. This is the perfect warm brown lip liner. Then going on top with this e.l.f. satin lip in the shade No Doubt. The e.l.f. lipstick formulas are some of the best formulas ever, and the fact that they're a drugstore, it just makes it so much better. I kind of like to stamp my lipsticks on so that we can keep that lip liner ombre gradient effect. Just because our face is matte doesn't mean our lips can't use a little glow. So I'm gonna go on top with this NARS lip oil in the shade Make a Move. And then all we have to do now is lock all of this in with a setting spray one last time. You can use the same setting spray you used earlier, but I love the one from One Size. This is the Until Dawn setting spray. This genuinely makes your makeup last through an apocalypse, through battle, whatever it is you're doing. It is literally hairspray for the face. And yeah, this is how it looks up close. When you layer your makeup the right way, everything should look smooth and seamless and like one even layer. And even though I do have skin texture, it is so minimal you can barely see it. This entire technique has honestly been so life-changing for me, so I really hope this helps you guys out as well. Makeup is honestly just supposed to be fun, and if you're not liking how it looks on your skin, then trust me when I say there are ways to fix it, and I have so many more tips just like this for you. And if this video helped you in any way, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As always, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.